Hi, how are you? It's Travis in here, and welcome back to our adventures with the Hardcore Warrior.
Greetings.
Today we are back at Orgrimmar, guys, and I'm going to do a little bit of smelting before we make our way back to the crossroads. I think we'll probably Earth there. And today we're going to do a few quests. Probably try to do the Sunscale Raptor quest. We'll turn in Hezril Bloodmark's head. And then we have Tribes of War to turn in as well. We should get a decent amount of XP today. And I am also going to get us into a group for Wailing Caverns. But that will most likely be for next episode. Looking forward to that because we will be tanking this time around. So we will see how we do. I think we'll do well. Should do pretty good. And I hope you guys are doing well today. I am doing all right. I'm doing pretty good. My Rams lost over the weekend, so I'm a little bit upset about that, but it was a good game. It came down to the very last play. The Rams could have won if they got a touchdown, but we just got torched by Philadelphia's run game. Saquon Barkley, I believe, ran for like over 200 yards, so hard to win when you got a run game like that going. And we kind of just fell apart in the fourth quarter. There's a few turnovers that kind of sucked for us. But it was a fun game to watch. The weather was cool. It was cool that it was snowing the entire game, and it felt like a real playoff game in the Northeast. And yeah, Bills-Ravens game, that was a good game too. I watched a bit of that. Mostly the end. And the end was rough. So they pretty much the Ravens, they went for like 2-point conversions 2 times and they failed both times. And the funny thing is, if they just kicked the ball, they would have tied the game and probably went to overtime. So that was rough to watch. A lot of people are going hard on the tight end.
Would you rather trust your goods?
His name's Mark Andrews. And yeah, feel bad for that guy because it's not really his fault, man. Like, yeah, he dropped the ball, but there was other mistakes, you know, and they could have the team could have just kicked the ball and they would have been in the playoff in overtime, or they would have had an opportunity to get into overtime if they just did that. But yeah, we got the War Chief's blessing, guys. Should I just hearth there? I think we'll just hearth there. Oh, damn it. Got the stone on me. I was thinking about jumping off there. I'm a little scared. We'll hearth. Yeah, we'll hearth. Got a little focused on the... I'll jump off here. It shouldn't be that bad. A little scared about falling. That'd be terrible just to die because he just jumped off there. I don't think he would, though. And the Lions, man. The Lions lost to the Commanders. I watched a little bit of that. And I checked the stats after.
Besides the grunts outside,
it was sad to see
that
Goff
the Battle of Highjaw
threw so many interceptions, man.
From the bank must face us first.
Because Goff used to be the quarterback for the Rams. He actually got us to a Super Bowl. But damn, that Super Bowl was like one of the most boring Super Bowls I ever watched. It was in 2019 against the Patriots, and the Rams didn't get one touchdown. I think it was like 12-3. Brady didn't do that well either, but the Patriots still won. So yeah, it's rough for the Lions, man. I think that was like the best season they ever had, and then they lost to the Commanders. But the Commanders, you know, they got that rookie quarterback, Jaden Daniels, who probably get, you know, offensive rookie of the year. And this is their first time getting to, not their first of all, the last time they got to the conference finals was in, I think, 1991. So good on them. Good on the Commanders, man. But I'm rooting for the Bills now. I hope the Bills take it down, guys. I really do. They're playing the Chiefs, I believe. And a lot of people from Toronto, where I'm from, they cheer for the Bills. Pretty much any team that's close to the border gets cheered for by Canadians. Detroit Lions are another team that a lot of Canadians like as well. And the Seahawks. If you're on the West Coast, there's a lot of Seahawks fans. I just became a Rams fan. Like, how the heck did it, like, I become a St. Louis Rams fan? Well, I became a St. Louis Rams fan first before they went to LA. And I became a St. Louis Rams fan because when I started watching football was thinking like 1999. And then during the 2000 Super Bowl is when the Rams won. They beat the Tennessee Titans. They were the greatest show on turf. And I just became a football fan after that. I'm like, that's my team. And I've just stuck with them ever since. And it was rough. Like, after that win, guys, like, the team stunk for a long time until they went to LA. It was rough decade for the Rams after that. Once we lost to Tom Brady, and then Tom Brady took off, I think it was in 2001, the Rams just were brutal for like over a decade. I didn't bandwagon hop. I stuck with them. But I think it probably would have been, as I've grown up, it probably would have been better for me to be a Bills fan or a Lions fan, because I'd probably actually go and see a game. Like, going down to LA or something like that is kind of like a little much.
We have our duties, adventurer. Duties
or
to
even
the
St.
Horde.
Louis, right? It's pretty far.
I commend you, adventurer. These centaurs are
Counterattack.
undisciplined and cannot focus their rage as the orcs can, but they are fierce nonetheless. In defeating them, your valor is proven.
Who's Warlord
The
Crumbs?
Horde commends your successes against the Kolkar,
To the
but the
west.
Kolkar themselves are maddened. I have reports that a contingent of Kolkar has traveled to the Barrens from their home in Deathlog to seek vengeance. My latest report was that even now, they move against these bunkers from the west. Face the Kolkar invaders and end their threat in the Barrens. Kill them until their leader, Warlord Kromzar, appears. Defeat him and bring me a piece of his banner as proof.
Is this it
We're
here?
counting on you, adventurer.
Like in the invaders? Like, supposedly it's like here. Who is this guy? Where are the Kolkar attack? Okay, I guess we're all doing the same quest. We'll do this. Let's go. This hunter read my mind. But yeah, I feel bad for the Lions, man. They had such a good season, dude. Rough to see them lose that one. I like low key root for the Lions to like kind of to win a Super Bowl if the Rams aren't in it, because the Rams traded for Matthew Stafford to the Lions, and we gave him like a bunch of draft picks, and the Rams won a Super Bowl because they got Matt Stafford. It's one of the reasons why they won. And I was just hope the Lions are able to do the same with the picks that they got, because their team's awesome. And the draft picks they received, and also Jared Goff. I've made them better. Goff's a better quarterback now. It didn't look like that in that playoff game, but he's much better than he was. So
Time to die.
I think they'll get another chance at it next year. They're in a tough division, though. The NFC North is stacked. And it's only a matter of time before the Bears, get good as well. What is this for? Are we in the same... Is this it here? Oh, what a gang. Let's give them all buffs. Oh, this is an invasion. I didn't check out the Texans versus the Chiefs. And so I can't really comment on that one. Is he the boss right there? That's a warlord? Okay, well, I'm just going to do this. And then I think I can taunt him here. Taunt him here. There we go. Get him, boys. We're stomped. Put the banner down. Yeah. It's one piece. Is that it? I think that's it. That was cool. I've never done that quest, I don't think. I don't ever remember doing that. I was kind of scared that he was like a level 20 elite, but when I seen the Voidwalker tanking him, I'm like, I could do it. Do you have the banner?
You have done it. You have defeated the Kolkar. I will be sure Thrall receives word of your actions here, adventurer. Stand tall. You do yourself and the Horde proud.
All right, there we go. So we're going to head south, guys, and we're probably going to make our way over here to this raptor nest. We're just going to slay raptors, and hopefully we get some sun scale feathers so we can get the blue, can unlock the blue and yellow nest. And Touch has a mage leveling up. I don't know if you guys know Touch from the channel, but he's been in a lot of playthroughs. And he's leveling a mage up, so might get a mage in our group. I might start tanking dungeons. That might be the way we do it. I did a lot of dungeons with Touch on the last warrior I did. Well, on the human warrior. It's a shame that I died in the 40s in Stranglethorn Vale, but you know, happens. Trolls got the best of me. Never logging out. It's one thing I learned about that. Never logging out and logging in to not in an inn. I'm always going to log out at an inn. Because I logged in. I didn't die from logging in, but I logged in and then I guess I wasn't in the zone or something. I don't know. I pulled a couple of things and then some patrols came and then boom, you're done. And I was much higher level than a lot of them, but it doesn't matter. If you pull 5, 6 things, you're done. You can run away and that's about it. If you can't get away, there goes your character. Unless you have like, you know, an ability like Vanish or Feign Death. So I think we got a ring there. 3 Agi, 1 Stam ring. That's awesome because we don't have a ring. So put that bad boy on. It's awesome, dude. Bounty Hunter ring. 3 Agi, 1 Stam. That'll give us a little bit of armor, some crit. And we'll take the 1 Stam. I don't think there's really anything for us to sell. So we'll just keep on trucking along here. We'll make our way over to the Raptor camp. I don't know if there's any quests here that we can do. Maybe we could do Guns of Northwatch. It's a dangerous quest to do, but it would be cool to do. And my human warrior, I think we went far because I did do sword and board pretty much the entire way. But I did go protection tree. Like I went like purely a tank. So it's a little different. Could switch to that for a bit until like level 30 and then switch back to two-hander tank. We'll see. See what happens. One level at a time. At least we got parry now, so that's good. But we're hitting pretty hard here. And supposedly, someone commented, like, they said, some players take Crescent Staff instead. So we had a choice between like Wingblade or Crescent Staff. Present staff does, I think, over 20 damage per second. Pretty nice staff. The problem is it has some decent stats on it. Now, it has 7 intellect. That doesn't really help that much. It helps us level up our, I guess, our two-handed, our staves. I'd have to learn staves, too. I didn't have staves learned. I'd have to learn that. I forget where you learn that. I assume maybe Thunderbluff is where you learn staves. And that would have been a good weapon because you have 7 stam on it and 7 spirits. Spirit's actually pretty awesome as a warrior because you get the health regen from it. And it's actually much better than our two-hander here. But if we're going to tank Wailing Caverns, I'd rather have the shield and the sword. I think it's just better. It's safer, that's for sure. You have a lot more armor, and the stats on the sword are like not that great. It's like 2 stamina and a 5 agi. The staff has like, it's like 7 stam, 7 spirit, 7 intellect. Amazing staff to get on any caster. It's okay. Yeah. We'll cut through here. And RuneScape, guys. So RuneScape's doing some Netflix subscription stuff. Yeah, I don't know if you guys checked out like Netflix or subscriptions, or I guess you could even say Amazon Prime for like the Prime Videos, movie stuff. So what they're adding now is you can subscribe for $11 a month, but ads are included. Like, how ridiculous is that? So it's like a cheaper version to subscribe, but it's but you have to have ads. I think that is so ridiculous in gaming, guys. Could you imagine? We're just like leveling in the Barrens in WoW, and it's a cheaper subscription fee, but like a McDonald's logo comes up. how messed up would that be? I would hate that, guys. I don't think it's warranted. I can see ads for Netflix because it's sort of like TV, so I can sort of accept that. But ads in gaming is just weird. And they're trying to push us, guys. Like, these gaming companies is just one step at a time. The next thing you know, that's going to become common. Like, cheap subscriptions for ads. They clearly got that from Netflix. I hope WoW never does that. The fan base would snap at them, man. I think the RuneScape fan base is probably doing the same. I doubt it'll last. But we'll see. We'll see if it goes through. And supposedly Grand Theft Auto may cost $100 USD when on release, Grand Theft Auto 6. And games are hoping for this, or like a higher price for Grand Theft Auto, so they can justify their games costing that much. So we're seeing games increase in cost, and they're trying to justify it. But I hope that doesn't happen. I understand Grand Theft Auto 6 costing that much. Like, they could pull it off because people will just buy it anyways. That game hasn't... Like, a new version of Grand Theft Auto hasn't came out in over a decade. So people will be like, oh, whatever, I'll just check it out. You know what I mean? I think Elder Scrolls 6 kind of has that status too. But I hope that doesn't become a common thing because they're already, like, way too expensive, man. Like, to be honest, we're already over $100 Canadian for those games. At, like, $70 American, $80 American. So if it goes to $100 American, like, games are getting close to like $150 Canadian, which is ridiculous. It just further justifies subscribing to you know, Xbox Game Pass or like the PlayStation Pass and all those other like subscription-based models. Like owning games just feels, I don't know, it's like a privilege nowadays. So pretty soon it's gonna feel like a privilege. And do you really own the game, right? You're just buying a digital version. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that. But you know, they're trying to be sneaky, you know, see what happens. I think what will happen with RuneScape if they do stuff like that, is supposedly they're forcing it also on the old school RuneScape community. They'll probably just create private servers, and then the private server community will grow. Because you got to watch out for that. Because if you make your game just too expensive, or you're doing ridiculous stuff like putting ads in your game, people are just going to move on to the private server. If people can justify saying that subscribing is ridiculous, like, to a game that's, you know, as old as this one. And same with old school RuneScape, right? Like, how much maintenance do they really have? It'd be cool if they separated retail WoW and classic WoW. I think the classic WoW version would probably lose there wouldn't be a subscription. Like, what type of maintenance do they really have to do? But I don't know. Maybe there's a lot, right? I don't know. There's a lot of people here, man. This place is always packed. That's why this quest is never dangerous to get the coins here, because it's always being camped by a bunch of horde. There's barely any raptors here. I thought this would have been a great place to come to, but I guess not. Nice. Thank you, sir. Just want a feather. We got a feather now. I think I might have to go and drop it before we can get another one. So I might go do that now. But yeah, I think Grand Theft Auto will be pretty expensive. But I do want to play it, because that's one of the main reasons why I got a PS5 is to play Grand Theft Auto 6. That's usually the reason why I get PlayStations. There's a game that I want to play that I can't play on PC. So I end up buying a PlayStation. And back in the day, the reason why I bought PS4 was to play MLB The Show, I think 17. I just wanted to play MLB The Show, and I also wanted to play NBA 2K. Because the 2K community on PC kind of sucks. There's a lot of cheaters and like weird modding that goes on. So the PC community's kind of, I don't know if it's gotten better, but back like, you know, I don't know how long ago that was, like 8 years ago, it wasn't that good. So I decided to get a console. Usually sports games are always better on consoles. So yeah, that's pretty much just got a console to play sports games, because I kind of missed playing them. I didn't play them for like, I don't know, 8 years. So I wanted to see the new updates, and the updates were pretty good back then, because they turned NBA 2K almost into like an MMO, but it's basketball. Wow, we didn't get attacked by those guys. So what you can do is you can make a center or a small forward or a point guard, and there's like stats you can level up, and then while you play your character, you can gain more stats and then put them into like certain, you know, attributes that you want to level up, like passing or strength or rebounding, or, you know, 3-point shot, 2-point shot, dunking speed, tons of stuff like that. So they turned it into sort of like an online MMO, but for basketball. Then you can go to the park, and you would group up with people, and I would play like a I would play a defensive center, sort of like a Rudy Gobert. So I was like a big, tall center, like 7'3", great at blocking, great at picking up rebounds, great at setting screens. Pretty much does all the dirty work. And if you combine that with like a Steph Curry type, 3-point shooter, you're pretty much unstoppable. Because nobody could really drive on me or out rebound me unless they were my build. And I would just, set screens for the 3-point shooter, and he would just shoot him up, and I would just go fetch the rebound, pass it out. Pretty strong combo in that game. I don't know if it's probably changed over time. Probably has by now, but NBA 2K did a great job with their online play. It's probably the best online sports experience I've had. But I kind of stopped playing after 17, and I haven't gone back since. Just started, playing the games that I usually like to play. Like WoW and other like MMOs. League of Legends, Dota, games like PC games pretty much. Because sports games are lame. Like, it's dumb how they do it the way they do it. It's like every year we release a new game for $70. Like, who the heck wants to do that every year? Like, just make it a subscription. Right? And that's pretty much what it is now. You can sign up for the EA Play stuff. And then you can just play the sports games when you want to play them. And then when you're done playing them, you can just unsubscribe. And you can play like all the sports games you want for like a month. It's much better than the way it was. But I am looking forward to the PS5. I've talked about this a million times, but looking forward to playing the exclusives and obviously, Grand Theft Auto 6 when it comes out. I think Grand Theft Auto 6 will probably get Game of the Year unless it's a complete flop. So it would be cool to play the Game of the Year this year because I haven't really played the Game of the Year in the last, I don't know, a long time. I don't think I've ever played the Game of the Year. Unless WoW got Game of the Year, then I probably would have played it. Or like a online multiplayer game like League of Legends or StarCraft. And I played a little, it's like Astro's Playground or something like that. It's pretty much Astrobot, but a free version of it. And the game's pretty awesome. I can see why Astrobot won Game of the Year. It feels like you're playing a Nintendo Wii. Like you're moving the controller around and like up and down. And it's cool. It's really interactive. The PS5's not like... I actually think it's a cool console. They did upgrade. The controller is a huge upgrade. If you play games like Astrobot, if you're just sitting there and just playing a regular game, I guess you maybe don't really notice the difference. But supposedly the PlayStation DualSense controller is actually pretty good for racing games like Gran Turismo. And I think Gran Turismo is a console exclusive too. And I remember back in the day that was always like considered the perennial racing game. I'd have to check that out. Gran Turismo. I think it's 7 is the newest one. Yeah, it's only on PlayStation, guys. Still like that, eh? Yeah, another reason, man. That PlayStation's holding it down. They got Gran Turismo. I forgot about that, man. That game's been holding it down for a long time. I know a lot of people like Forza, but Forza's so arcade. Like, it's an arcadey style racer. And to be honest, if I want to play an arcade style racer, I'll just play Grand Theft Auto 5 and race in that game. Believe it or not, like Grand Theft Auto racing is pretty good. And I'm interested to see what they do, how they do in Grand Theft Auto 6. Because they could make it awesome, man. It could honestly be like just as good as Forza, if not better. If they put like, you know, a decent amount of effort into it. I just feel like an animal right now, man. With this character. We are slaying mobs that are gray, so probably one of the reasons. But Sword and Board is just awesome, man. We barely take any damage. Hopefully we get this feather soon, guys. What's the next dungeon we're gonna do? Probably Shadowfang Cave. Or maybe Deadmines if we're brave enough to jump into the waters. Stranglethorn Vale. Let's do this. What do we do here? Get the debuffs up. We're pretty much at the end of our Barons run here. We'll be leaving soon. There we go. We got our Sunscale Feather, final one we need. Let's get out of here. I'm looking forward to Wailing Caverns. It's going to be fun. I don't know if there's any loot that we want to get in there. Yeah, okay, obviously this. Leggings of the Fang would be amazing. We won't be the only ones rolling on that, though, most likely. I've talked about Leggings of the Fang a bunch of times. I'm not going to name off the stats again, but this would be cool. Kresh is back. I don't know if I like it more than the shield we have, but it does have more armor, more block. Just doesn't have the 3 agi, 3 strength that we have on our other shield. It has plus 4d. So 471 armor, 9 block. The plus 1 block and then I think 10 armor. Yeah. Is that really worth? And then plus 4d. Would you rather have the 3 strength? I'd rather have the 3 strength, 3 agi. But maybe against that boss that hits hard, it would be a good idea to switch. Verdun the Everliving. That guy hits like a truck, so if we get that shield, we should probably go down to it. What else we got here? 21.2 damage per second staff, 2 stamina, 12 spirit, 5 nature resist. We could use that as a warrior. It's pretty good damage per second. I think that's more than the Crescent Staff. It's just it has less stamina but more spirit. It's weird rolling on that though, especially when there's... I think if there's casters in the group, I just wouldn't have the heart to roll on that. But I will admit, when I played my warrior in 2019... I did roll on this staff. I rolled on the illusionary rod. Which is insane. Like, I shouldn't roll on that, but it did 34.7 damage per second, so it was an upgrade for me at the time. But this was back in, like, 2019, so I was just trying to get any upgrade I could. So I could get into Armory, because if you get into Armory, you get an awesome axe. The Ravager. I was trying to get that for so long. It's one of the coolest axes you can get as a warrior. Especially on Horde side. Look at another feather. Didn't know we could stack feathers. Is this the last one here? Or is it over here? Yeah, that's the last one. Rend resets in 30 minutes. That'd be awesome to get. We're gonna pull this Raptor, maybe? Alright, so is that all of it? Is that the end of that quest? Yeah, that's it. Okay. Did that. We'll turn that in back at the crossroads. We're gonna head down here and turn in Tribes of War, though. Do that quick. And we'll probably won't have this buff for the dungeon unless we're in the crossroads and it drops. Surprised we pulled this guy. So now we just have to watch out for that night elf troll. We don't want to run into them. That'd be the end of our character, most likely. I'll show you guys the weapon. I probably showed it before. It drops from Herod. Only boss in the dungeon. You attack all nearby enemies for 9 seconds, causing weapon damage, plus an additional 5 every 3 seconds. So you use Ravager, and then you can proc, chance on hit, you can proc this, and you start doing like a whirlwind. And you do a bunch of AoE damage. And you do even more AoE damage if you have a shaman in the group. Because he has that, I can't believe I forgot the name of the totem. It's a totem that you hit twice. Whirlwind, I think. The Whirlwind totem? No. What totem is it again? Wind Fury totem. Yeah, it's Wind Fury. So Wind Fury can actually proc it too. So if you're spinning, while you're spinning, you can proc an extra stat, like another whirlwind. So you can just whirlwind like a non-stop, and then while you're whirlwinding, you have a chance for your whirlwind attacks to like hit twice as well. It's kind of ridiculous, and that's what they would call melee cleave for the group. It was just like warriors and shamans in the group, and they would just whirlwind. They would just all have Ravager axes, except for the healer. They would just spin and spin and spin. It was great. Enhanced Shamans had it as well. It's cool composition. I think it's like one of the funner ones to play. It's up there with Spell Cleave. I hope we get into a group like that. I'll try to get a group where it's just like shamans and warriors with Ravager axes. That'd be a blast. It'd be kind of scary, though, in hardcore. But where we would most likely see that is either in like Cathedral, or you see it a lot in Zul'Farrak. In Zul'Farrak, you see a lot of melee cleaves. All right, so let's find a Wailing Caverns group, guys. 18 shaman there. 17. That's crazy, dude. 21 healer. Should we do this? Take our time.
Well met. Where can I send you today, adventurer?
Looks like they already found everybody. That's crazy. They filled up quick.
Ancestors welcome.
Yes, yes, filled with joy because finally the bristleback know my tribe's pain, Tauren. That is how I should feel, but that is not the case. You aid your people and they honor you. Mangletooth aids his people, and what do? They turn their backs on him. They forget about him and leave him to rot in a cage. I aid them even from locked behind bars, and they send no one to save me. So here's the blood shards, guys. So if you bring him 10 blood shards, which we have here, you can turn this in, and then he'll give you like a buff. So there we go. We turned in some blood shards, and we got some XP that time. But you could take... These are all the buffs here. There's Dabgamon strength, so this gives you strength. This gives you agility. I think this one gives you intellect. This one gives you spirit. Razorhide probably gives you armor. Something like that. That's all. It only costs 4 blood shards. I wonder if you can stack buffs. Let's take Razorhide. So there we go. It provides armor and returns damage, so it's sort of like Thorns. We'll take Spirit of the Wind. This is the most expensive one. It costs 10 shards. Increases movement speed, so you can actually stack them all up. Let's get Strength. 30 minutes of Strength. Let's get Agility. You can get all of them. You can take Spirit too. It's badass. I didn't take Wisdom because, I don't know, do we really need the intellect? I don't think so. Yeah, we don't need the intellect. I'll just sell the rest of the shards, but that's pretty awesome. See how we're like faster now? Happy we saved the shards. And wow, look at that. 54 Tauren warrior died. To a Jadefire, Shadowstalker, and Fellwood. I think those are one of those like night elf looking creatures. And they're probably invis. Probably caught him off guard. They're called satyrs, I believe they're called. They're like night elves that drank fell water, I think. Something like that. Can we run through here? Probably. Yeah, look how fast we are, man. We're zooming. We'll zoom up here and we'll try to find a group, guys. Hopefully we can carry these buffs into the group. This group looks pretty good. 19 warrior. 18... I don't know about the 18 rogue. I like the mage, though. 23 healer. We don't really have much choice. What else we got here? I wonder if this guy's all... Everybody's DPS. This is what I'd take 2 mages and... I'll make my own group. Got this mage. Okay, good. We got the hunter. That's a good mix. And try to find ourselves a healer. Okay, I'll how do I convert? Actually, I set my role to tank. I'll create a listing. There we are. And we got a 17 healer, not taking that. Yeah, 24 mage is amazing. Gotta watch out here. Go to... Let's See if we can find some heals. Or looking for healer. Wailing Caverns. Kind of want to just sell stuff here. We can probably sell everything. Shut the vendor up here. And we don't have to go back. There's got to be another one, man. This Iron Bear Claw Shaman should join our group. And they're probably saying I should join their group.
Can I assist you?
Okay. Sell some stuff. Nice bracers. Big upgrade in bracers here. 69 armor, 3 stamina, male bracers. We had leather. Let's put those on. Nice little armor upgrade there. Sun scale feathers we don't need anymore. We can get rid of these. Strider meat. Think I might just sell. We have enough. Just want to have bag space. Yeah, that should be good. A little bit of food.
Good luck, friend.
All right. Can get another healer. Wonder if everybody's here. Mages. All right. Let's try to find some people, guys. Should have done this a little earlier. The heals are kind of hard to find. Could go back and turn this quest in while we're waiting, I guess. I'm going to lose these buffs. I think we probably lose them if we go into the dungeon. Interested to see if that's the case. But we'll keep on spamming. See if anybody's... Yeah, nobody else here. Looking for more tank WC. Sometimes it's better to just join a group because then you don't have to find the healer. Yeah, it's tough to find a healer, man. But we'll wait. I don't want to bail on these guys and just join another group. We'll find a good healer, and this is going to be a good group, I think. I hope. See what happens. Everybody's level 20 plus, so I'd even take a healer who's like 18, 19, but a priest? If it's a priest, I would
to the nests and placed
take
the
a lower
feathers
level.
of your prey within them. That took a fair portion of courage, no doubt about it. Do you feel a little tougher, adventurer?
Because you get the,
Because you
the
look tougher
fortitude
now
buff.
than when you first came
Does help
here.
quite a bit.
I guess the Barrens is doing its job. Your time with me is over, adventurer. To learn more, you must go to Camp Taurajo to the south and speak with Yorn Skyseer. He will continue your guidance.
Alright, some more quests to the south. Guess we'll head back to the Wailing Caverns. Could just hang out in Crossroads. When's the next Rend? That's pretty. Yeah, it's a while. Take over an hour. All I know is if I was a healer, I'd probably message my group. I would hope. I don't know. We'll see. I think we got the best group going at the moment. Just not a lot of heals. This guy's looking for a tank and a healer. It's a pretty good group too. Warlock, Mage, Hunter. But I like the Shaman. Shamans can off heal too, which is cool. And the totems bring a lot of buffs. It's between the Shaman and the Warlock. Warlock can tank, off tank, but so can the Hunter. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to wait here. I don't want to just sit here and make a group while you guys wait, like watch. You know, this could take a while. So, yeah, I was hoping we could, like, you know, travel to the dungeon on video, but it looks like I'm going to have to wait a little bit to find a healer. Hopefully we find one soon. But next episode, we will be in the Wailing Caverns, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.